I've been writing. Um, I forgot what those characters even say. I think it might just say poetry book in Chinese. I totally forgot. It could be love. It could be uh, peace, rose. I don't know. I started writing it on November 13th though, in 2018. This is I'm starting my sophomore year of college. Pretty awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna just, cause this is gonna be a while, so I'm just gonna go ahead and read something. Why don't I just read the first page? 你好，我的名字是李克，我的名字是李克。I was born and raised in Colorado, USA. Mid city living in the southern outskirts with an imagination in bad public schools. That's crazy. I digress. I've always loved writing. It's a way to project thoughts out physically, then analyzing it, graduating from blah blah blah, from blah year. I never saw myself going to college, but as of this first book, I am a sophomore in college. Yeah, I just said that. At blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. But plan on leaving. Where? I never actually left until recently. Location unknown. I hold a large amount of pain with me that may be revealed through writing. Take with you what you will and remember to live well and stay human. Life isn't always the best, but we have things and people we run to when we need comfort. I come as a poet, mentor, friend, and human to provide you a connection that matters. I love the child of no name. I live for you in this soul plane. You know, sometimes I'll be feeling super deep. So I'll be writing deep stuff like that. Like, you know, I'm in a movie or somebody's going to find this scripture in 2,000 years and he was a prophet. Nah, I'm just playing. That's crazy talk. Um, but yeah, it's good to go back and read it because then you're like, man, I was feeling that one day. And there's a lot of honesty in here. The second page is the contents, which I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that because it's not really broken up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm doing a lot of different kinds of poetry in here. Like even things like blackout poetry. You know, like I'm putting pages, like I'm gluing other pages into this. It's like a scrapbook. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. You know what? Let me go ahead and read this. This is 3 on page 56 of the Rose Leaflets by the human guy or the dude you're seeing on screen. The blackness of the anger he pushed, bent, and lifted her through the moonlit beach. The staring crowd paused. They were directed to the ground floor. The tension of terrified anxiety. One arm gently laid on the narrow single bed, scarcely able to breathe, hands caught in an attitude of terror. What happened was already beginning. Cut short with a nod. Everyone out of the room now. Where the hell is the next moment? You know, it's funny, like, I don't know how to read that one because there's so many different punctuating points and then if I were to form it into a sentence, like I don't have that marked and I don't have it memorized. But there's some potential here, right? Like what is even going on? The blackness of the anger pushed her through the moonlit beach. You know what's going on there? He, okay, so what's he, her, push her. You know, the crowd, so they're in public, beach, right? They all looked at the ground floor, scared of, you know, because he pushed her on the ground. One arm, what is that? Like his hand is, like is it his hand raised or something? You know, like what's happening here? Gently laid on the narrow single bed. Bed. Beach. Where are we? Scarcely able to breathe, hands caught in an attitude of terror. I'm assuming that's from the female perspective, right? She got pushed. And maybe she's the one asking, what happened? But it was already beginning, and it cut short with a nod. Everyone out of the room. Okay, so they were on a beach. It said something about a bed. Room. Okay, so we have migrated from the beach to the bed. Or a room. Some room where there's a bed. And they said, where the hell is the next moment? That's a great question. What if that moment is right now? Look at me, seizing the opportunity. You know how long I've had these written? I actually couldn't even tell you. The book started on the date that I had mentioned earlier, but you know, these poems have been scarce. Like, I got a lot of pages filled, and then I got a lot of pages that aren't. And this is 2018, mind you. We're in the middle of the year in 2025. If it takes me another 3 years to finish this poetry book, that'll be okay. Alright. Here's some fun backstory on this one. Alright, so I was dating this girl, and she had something that she needed to create. And I made I wrote this and then let her use it. But it's called Free Verse. The feeling of freedom. Freedom to live, speak, love, cry, and try. These freedoms aren't so free when locked inside the worst prison of them all. The mind. The simple yet so complex organ can keep you from doing all that is desired or imagined. So the question is, where does freedom actually come from? It comes from deep inside the core of your human design, and only you can liberate yourself from these depths. These depressed periods of one's life will and has destroyed many lives and will continue to do so. Even now, as I write this free poem, I'm subject to a limited space. I can only write what is tolerated by officials. I couldn't write true, deep, possibly even deadly emotions, and why not? The mind or the situation I'm in. True freedom is being able to do, express, and feel any way my mind, body, and soul wishes to inhabit. There's a lot of factors that come into play while living this life. Everyone desires the feeling of freedom and acceptance. Most aren't given a fighting chance. Some individuals' minds will consume them with an uncontrollable fear to do what it is they feel they need to do. Others are broken by a critical system, internal flaw, scarring experience, or doubt in the mind. All limits must be broken, all rules must be challenged, all individuals must push themselves. This freedom we all seek comes from truly being free and doing what has never been done before, or doing what simply feels right. Don't do what people expect you to do. Don't do what people want you to do. Do you. Be the best individual you can be. Period. All that matters in life is you. Everyone can be great, but the mental prison keeps them stuck. Freely written as far as I'm able to go. What gives you freedom? That's page 120. Hey man, I was 19. 19 when I wrote that. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? I think the hardest line in here, if I can toot my own horn, I said, questioning freedom or not. I said, even now, as I write this free poem, I'm subject to a very limited space. I can only go as far as the paper is big. Like, right? It's a great question. You know, what is freedom? Is it something that we actually have? Like, I mean, that's even a weird phrase all in itself. Are we free? Okay, let's break this down. Paper brings in a good physical metric of what freedom is, because even with a wall that I want to paint, I'm subject to just the wall. Once I clear the wall, I have nothing left. You go to the store and you have cheese on your mind. You want to go buy some cheese. You're not subject to just buying the cheese. Like, just 'cause. You know, it's a matter of a lot of things, you know. Where could the store get a provider? How many options are there? You got the freedom to choose? Well, let's consider pay. This one's 10 cents cheaper. That sounds like I'm being swayed. That sounds like influence. That sounds like measures that aren't mine. Alright. Taste. That's a physical thing. That's your own body going against you. You really want to try the smoked cranberry cheddar cheese. But you can't, because for some reason you got some weird genetic mishap that cranberries taste like hot Cheetos. Which actually would not be a bad cheese. It'd actually be pretty good. But for the sake of this conversation, that's bad cheese. And also, like, your taste might not even allow you to do things. You know, like physical ability, right? Like one that's physically fit versus one that's not physically fit. The physically fit person can probably do more things with their body. You know what I'm saying? Right? Where the other one, they lack that certain freedom. So these freedoms are what? Some of them quite literally come pre-packaged. Some of them are metaphorically. What kind of stream is this, right? Is what I'm asking. I hope you are too. One viewer over there. How you doing? Hello. Man, we're just playing My Name is Mayo. You know? We're just playing My Name is Mayo. And we're about to get this platinum. And it's going to be cool.